The Charlotte Hornets. The one team in last year's NBA draft that seems to have won out with regards to the number 3 selection of LaMelo Ball. They still have a roster full of flawed players that just don't make sense with regards to the culture and style of play and brand of basketball that they wish to place on the court going forward in the future. Though they do have more questions than answers when we look at players such as Terry Rozier and Devontae Graham. We also must look at veteran centers in Cody Zeller and Bismack Biyombo. The question remains, what can Michael Jordan and the Charlotte Hornets do to bolster this roster going forward in the future? What potential trades can they land to turn the Charlotte Hornets from a perennial loser to a perennial contender over the next 5 to 10 years?
I mean, this is not one I think is necessarily going to happen, but I do think it's logical, is what if we reunited the Ball brothers in Charlotte? Ooh. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's dangerous. LeVar Ball might think he runs the team, and they signed LiAngelo. But I do think it makes basketball sense. This trade I'm proposing here, the Hornets are kind of selling high on Terry Rozier, who's playing the best basketball of his career right now, but he's several years older than Lonzo. And I think they could use Lonzo's size because this is a team that's switching more than any other team in the league right now and playing more zone defense than any team on record, according to Second Spectrum tracking. So Lonzo's size is a better fit with that than Terry Rozier is kind of undersized as a shooting guard. And then on the other side, New Orleans could use Rozier's shooting around Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram, and they also get more cost certainty in this deal because Lonzo is going to be a restricted free agent this offseason, and someone could come in with a big offer for him, whereas Rozier has one more year left on his deal.
Kevin, the only reason why...
With much speculation surrounding what the Charlotte Hornets will or will not do heading into this year's NBA trade deadline, the one thing that one cannot deny is the glaring need to turn backcourt depth into a big man. What do Cody Zeller and Bismack Biyombo have in common? Neither is the Charlotte Hornets center of the future. That's a tad harsh, but what's the realistic rebuttal? Both will be unrestricted free agents at the end of the season. Zeller almost defines the term replacement level. His career 16 player efficiency rating lands a hair above the league average of 15 and keeps getting bit by the injury bug. Bismack Biyombo is a tier 2 beneath that. The Hornets should feel emboldened to take a relatively big swing on the trade market. Between LaMelo Ball's rapid rise and Gordon Hayward's earning his keep as Buzz City's $120 million man, Charlotte has a good chance to book his first trip to the playoffs since 2016. Close strong enough, and the Hornets could even skate past the play-in tournament and into the top 6 in the Eastern Conference. But the center spot needs strengthening. Charlotte should have the guard depth to get a deal done. Ball obviously isn't going anywhere, but Terry Rozier might be movable for a difference maker. Restricted free agents to be Malik Monk and Devontae Graham loom as the other 2 logical trade candidates. If I'm the Hornets, I'm pushing hard for Nikola Vucevic. That probably isn't happening. The Orlando Magic are sending strong signals that they aren't moving Vucevic, per Mark Stein of the New York Times. But the Hornets would have time for a quick pivot to land someone such as Mo Bamba, Andre Drummond, LaMarcus Aldridge, Gorgie Dang, JaVale McGee, or even Kareem Birch. Acquiring Aaron Gordon and converting him to a small ball 5 could be a creative way to attack the issue. Nonetheless, The Charlotte Hornets, with all of their promise, with all of the frill, with all of the fanfare, look to be making the right moves going forward in the future, and patience is key. The way they handled LaMelo Ball early on to start the season should simply be their approach over the next 2 to 3 years. Don't panic. Get the team better. Identify weaknesses and allow the team to thrive under James Borrego.